So yeah, I need a new sword now, and I would like to get this enchanted, but I don't have that much experience to really go and do any enchanting with for the time being. And I'm opting not to take knockback 2 personally. Okay, I'm still being offered knockback 2, and I'd prefer to not take that ideally. I'm still being offered knockback 2. What is this? Now that I want. So I just need to quickly get myself some levels, which ideally shouldn't take long. Except I have to decide exactly where I want to go. And I honestly still do want to give Christivia a look-see as to what's going on there to some extent. So I'm gonna go looking around Christivia. See if I can maybe find some important structures there. Drop the distance here. Oh, real chatters, hi there. Okay, so you did actually decide to come by for more than one stream. Interesting. And yeah, hi by the way. I'm trying to remember exactly what that other guy was trying to do, like that fake chat. I'm just wondering what the whole deal with that was anyways. Oh, Wilson, welcome back. Oof, lag spike. Can I do a reaction to Mickey never came back? Oh, I'm lagging real bad right now. Okay, I didn't think it was going to be this choppy. Yeah, but why though? Yeah, I do remember that, but why though? It's odd. I can't think of any good reasons why someone would do that. Alright, something's behind me somewhere. Yep. I have no idea if it was a he or she. I mean, I don't know for certain, of course. Well, hello there. Yeah, these guys seem to be stuck in these crystals somehow. Not quite sure how that makes much sense, in all honesty. Not quite sure how that works, but hey. That one girl that has a bunch of accounts for no reason. Oh yeah, her. I honestly have no idea if it's her just fooling around or not. Honestly, I was just guessing that it was her, but I don't know for sure. How many friends do you even have on your friends list? Just wondering. Okay, that's probably just another... That's another crystal transfer structure, isn't it? Okay, yeah, it definitely is. I mean, that's still a pretty decent amount. Doesn't really matter how many friends you have, as the quality of your friendship that counts more for me. That's why I'm breaking these little crystals on the ground. Each of them has a small chance of dropping some juice of the respective color from this little crystal. And these are used in pretty much a bunch of different crafting recipes. I mean, let's just say I end up finding out there's some really useful item that uses, like, one of these juices. I'll just sort of be glad I actually did go through the trouble of just breaking these little crystals on the ground. You just never know when I'm going to find something that maybe requires, like, one of these juices, and then, oh, I actually have them. Almost done making the mod pack? Nice. So I'm starting to think maybe I should just consider turning back at this point. Or at least just changing direction, because I've gone like 1,000 blocks out already almost. Most likely I'm not even going to need to be this far out in the first place anyways. Yeah, I guess I'll just start changing directions at this point. So I think there's still at least one structure that's not this that I ideally want to find if I want to fight every boss in the mod. So I have to find something called a Crystal Extension Shrine. Eventually I do have to find one of these to fight the boss in this dimension now. Because as of 3.2, the spawning procedure for Christivia's boss has changed a bit. Instead of having to find a crystal trader and just bring him a bunch of gemstones. Well, actually, a bunch of crystals after making them into gemstones. You need a Crystal Extension Shrine. And then there's some other procedure that's generally a lot easier to go through than just having to grind out like 320-ish gemstones of like red and purple colors. Yeah, because with the old spawning procedure, it's safe to say that you roughly had to get 320 red and 320 purple gemstones. Because you needed 40 of each of those crystals to buy a giant crystal. And back then, when you attempted to turn a gemstone into a crystal, that would only actually have a 1 in 8 chance of actually giving you a crystal. So yeah, in other words, safe to say this is probably going to be a lot more straightforward, this procedure to go spawn crystal core. Well, maybe less straightforward, but in other words... Okay, I'm just going to clear these guys off first, so I can think about exactly as to what I want to say here. You're just going to need, like, less resources to actually spawn in crystal core now. I think you also need, like, 1 rainbow druce, and that's just pretty much gathering a single druce of every color. So yeah, not quite as bad as having to get, like, all those gemstones. And how are these guys still not dead? Like, none of them have died yet. Yeah, they're all still alive somehow. And now there's another one. Now I got another one to fight. How are none of them still dead? Holy shit, how are they all still alive? Okay, finally got rid of one. But 4 of them are still alive. Okay, 2 of them are still alive now. I'm gonna grab that heartstone so I can get a bit of health back. Oh, another one. Just got done getting rid of one of these guys, and now I got another one to take his place. Oh, Vinny, hello there. So as much as I want to just talk about the new procedure for spawning in Crystal Core, I'm a little busy trying to just get these guys off my back right now. I was a little busy fighting all those constructs that just seem to not want to die whatsoever. They just didn't want to die for some reason. Seem to be taking way more hits than what I was expecting. So yeah, I need to either just kill mobs and then get Druce off of them. Well, Druce pretty much corresponding to the color of the crystal-based mob itself, so this is like the white construct, so we drop white Druce uncommonly. Or I can just break this foliage on the ground, specifically the white foliage, to get white Druce. So each of these little crystal plants here, well, crystals that feel like plants and act like them in every sense of the word, they all have a small chance of dropping a Druce of the respective color. And then, okay. Once I get this guy off my back... So to make a rainbow Druce, you have to combine one Druce of every color. Okay, I got like pretty much every type of Druce but red. So I just put all of these in the crafting table, and then I get a rainbow Druce. I think I'd also have to drop like 10 gemstones somewhere near the Crystal Extension Shrine once I find it. Then use up a rainbow Druce on the Crystal Extension Shrine, and then I get a giant crystal. This is according to the Advent of Ascension wiki, if I remembered what I read correctly. If I remembered correctly what it said, then it said something like that, roughly, as to how you pretty much spawn in Crystal Core now. And I can only imagine that getting a single rainbow Druce is going to take a lot less time on average than trying to just get like 320 red and purple gemstones. Assuming average luck just converting gemstones to crystals on crystal transfer structures. Just assuming average luck with the 1 in 8 chance that 3.1.2 used to have. As of 3.2 and later, now it's a 100% chance. So for every single gemstone you get, you always get one crystal back from it. You don't just average like one crystal per 8 gemstones anymore. Well, I'm gonna need to eat again, clearly. So, if I just want to make a rainbow Druce right now, I can. Just so I can see like what this looks like. Just so you know what the procedure looks like, kind of like that. And then if I find a Crystal Extension Shrine somewhere, I just drop a bunch of gemstones around it, and then I would simply just use that on the shrine, and then I could spawn Crystal Core once I find the boss altar. I'm pretty sure it's still 2 different structures I have to find. The boss altar, and then a structure that I need to use to actually get the boss spawning item. That is if my memory is correct, but I could be wrong on this. I could still be incorrect for all we know. Okay, I'd like to start turning back, without these enemies getting in the way, of course. Oh, that's running low on durability. I gotta be careful. So I don't just lose an armor piece while I'm out here. Because then that would certainly put me at a bit of a greater risk of dying. So I gotta be cautious, of course. As to not worry about running that risk. Yeah, that's got Feather Falling 4 on it also. So I don't really think I should have to worry too much about fall damage unless I fall like 50 feet. But even then, it's entirely possible I could survive that with a bit of health still. But obviously I wouldn't want to find out the hard way if I can't survive such a fall. So aside from crystal transfer structures, I haven't really seen anything structure-wise out here at all yet. So yeah, these crystal transfer structures are pretty common, but the other structures are still like fairly rare. But I figured I'd at least make a somewhat decent attempt to look for some of them. Even if I'm gonna be coming back out of here with not much to really show for it. Might not be leaving here with a lot to show for it, now that I think about it. Okay, that has about a tenth of its durability left, the Gravitator. Just so we know. Just so we know what that is looking like. So I'm really not seeing anything structure-wise that I could use. Aside from the really common crystal transfer ones, I'm not really seeing much of anything out here. That's probably just another of those crystal transfer structures, where you just make your gemstones into crystals. I'm pretty sure this is still like the same sort of thing right here. Yeah, it looks like one for specifically green gemstones. Another yellow one there for yellow gemstones. It's starting to look like I've probably already broken a lot of these crystals on the ground here already. So now I probably just need to keep pursuing this direction, then I'm going to be home. Okay, so that's my portal out of there. I guess we'll just leave Christevia for now with a bit more juice. And now I really have to do something about my speed leggings. These are no longer in durability. 0 out of 945. Next thing that hits me, these break, clearly. So yeah, rip speed leggings. And I still have all these extra tokens I will have to get rid of eventually too. Now I'm starting to accumulate quite the collection of tokens while we're at it. And also coins as well. So I'm going to have quite a bit of stuff to ideally trade off eventually. So yeah, I guess it's safe to say at this point my collection's getting pretty bloated with stuff. So what kind of backup leggings do I have? I have these. But then again, I want to get this enchanted first before I forget about it. And then I just don't know when the next opportunity of looting 2 would come. Pfft. Smite 4, knockback 2. Not what I was really asking for. Why do I frequently get the enchantments I don't want? Well, not frequently, but occasionally. I mean, it's really not that frequent I get stuck with enchantments I don't want on a sword. Yeah, so I'm gonna get Smite and knockback on this. I mean, knockback 2, I usually just feels like it pushes the mobs too far away for it to really be that efficient, just killing them quickly. And when it comes to ranged mobs, I'm actually going to give them more distance, which they typically want to have, like, distance between me and them. So that would literally just make things worse on me, just being able to push ranged mobs back. But there are obviously some situations where knockback is just pretty useful, but most of the time I just prefer to not have it. Okay, I probably don't need to keep this Emberstone sword close by either. So now again, I sort of need to decide exactly what I want to do. I'll put on some temporary leggings until I can just repair these once again. Again, I'll have to resort to something temporary. Yeah, sure, the weapons seem to last a long time, and also the tools last a very long time. Like, this pickaxe still has most of its durability, and I've had it for pretty much nearly this entire run through the game. But I frequently just go through several armor pieces, like every other live stream almost. It just gets to the point where every other live stream I'm replacing an armor piece or two. Oh, neat. And then this is also starting to pretty much run short on durability too. Yeah, I thought I still had one of these books just lying around somewhere. I'm also gonna see what other books I just have lying around too, while we're at it. Just gonna quickly see if I can get to anything nice for the time being. Yeah, I just want to see what I have lying about. And see if I can even make use of any of these books. Well, I guess I'm gonna quickly try something here. Let me see what I can just quickly get with the rest of my levels. So yeah, I'm gonna make an attempt at something. Granted, I should make the extra crystallite sword first. But I'm trying something here. Maybe the enchantment table really does want me to have looting too after all. Oh, so we're being offered this again. Interesting. So the opportunity shows itself yet again. Yeah, I thought there was a bloodsucker like right next to my portal, so I want to get rid of it. Okay, there's another one right behind me. So yeah, here's what I was quickly planning. Okay, where are my Rosodons? I'm gonna put these in the offhand. Here's what I was quickly planning to do. I'm gonna just get a bit of Bloodstone, because these tend to just drop like, quite a few XP orbs, and grabbing Bloodstone's pretty easy. Assuming I find some, that is. Yeah, these tend to drop quite a few XP orbs, kind of like Nether Quartz. So I'll just mine a bit of this to get to level 26 quickly. Assuming average luck with finding Bloodstone, since they're really not that rare, should be able to get this pretty quickly. Yeah, assuming average luck here. Okay, maybe I should have just actually killed mobs on the surface at this rate. Because obviously, if I was able to find more Bloodstone, this would go by even quicker. Oh, there's some more, okay. Oh, and there's a cave of some sort. I know if it goes too deep, I'm going to stop finding Bloodstones, so probably not much point in actually following that cave then, in that case. Since there's nothing special really going on in the underground of the Abyss whatsoever. Typically nothing special going on down there, so not going down there. So I'm just going to run right back to my portal, and then try to figure out what I'm doing from here. Smite 3, looting 2. I'm gonna figure something out. I'm trying to figure out something. Yeah, let me tell you, this is pretty much the precise reason why I just like the infusion skill so much. The precise reason why I just like infusing so much. Because then you don't have to worry about this. Then you pretty much have way more control over what enchantments you actually get. And you're not just hoping you get the right ones. And you're also hoping you dodge the ones you don't really want. Okay, so I want sharpness 2 to show up on another of these swords, ideally. So let's get that to appear. And not, like, Bane of Arthropods or something like that. Smite 2. Oh, not what I was aiming for. A pair of knockback 1s, are you kidding me? I'm trying to get just sharpness 2 in the middle here, but it's not showing up. Interesting. Yeah, I just, for the life of me, cannot get sharpness to show up in the middle. Now I got looting 1 on one of these swords. I was kind of just taking a gamble and hoping that sharpness would have showed up just for free, but instead I get looting 1. Since I already have looting 2, I guess that's not going to be too significant. There we go, that was... Apparently that was just too much to ask for right there. Apparently I was asking for a little bit too much. I definitely want to go in this direction right here. But I need more levels to actually be able to... I have 4 different swords going, it's ridiculous. I got 4 crystallite swords going, I want to combine them but can't. I'm trying to get that one sword I want. And would you look what's going on. And I have several things I just also don't want while we're at it. Yeah, I have 4 different crystallite swords going at the same time. And I definitely want to get the best of, like... I think we can just keep this sword aside. I want to get this, the best of this sword, the best of this sword, and the best of this sword all combined together. But apparently that is just a bit too much to ask for right there. Yeah, I got 4 swords, and I'm gonna try and combine like 3 of them into like one really good sword. We'll just see if the game lets me go through with that. Alright, so I also got more bloodstones, so I'm gonna just start making some into block form at this point. Got so much bloodstone, it's just more beneficial to have some in block form at this rate. And then we get the Death Day event. That I don't think I really need too badly since I'm hunter level 25. But I want to try and get some magic repair dust, and also cash in some of my tokens. I have an idea. So I'm going to go back to the Daisy Flower first things first in Gardencia. I'll probably also make a boat while we're at it. That would still probably be a good idea. So I'm going to make one of these quickly. So I'll run back to Gardencia with all this stuff I have here. Except maybe I should actually put some things away. Just for the sake of having inventory space to carry, like, a bunch of the other items I want to carry. I don't need an axe, there's no wooden blocks to chop in Gardencia, so I'm putting that away. Don't need these either. Oh no, this might come in handy. Don't need that. I think this is all about... This is probably all I need to bring. So let's now go back in the Gardencia. See, I gotta go southeast from what I'm looking at with my notes. Yeah, this is the sword with smite and looting on it. Okay, so this is the daisy flower I was grinding at earlier. I'm probably going to be using this some more, most likely. Or at least I'll try to use it some more. Okay, we got an archvine just messing up the whole thing. Oh, 2 archvines messing up the... Holy shit. Holy shit. Holy shit. Holy shit. Teleport away now. I'm teleporting out. Yeah, I gotta teleport out. I gotta get the archvines out of the way, because they have, like, pretty big hitboxes. Big enough that even standing in my 2-block tall safe spot, they're gonna just be able to knock me right off my safe spot. So these guys are clearly the top priority for killing now. Yeah, I have to get rid of them. Pretty much a force move right there to kill them. So I still want to just expand the platform some more so I stop knocking these guys in the water. I need to get rid of them first so I can consider trying that. But yeah, I need to just clear some of them out now. So I can do so. So I gotta wait for them to actually just die. Well, I killed one of them so far. We'll probably make that 2 now. I have no idea how many more there's still left to go. Probably a lot of them. Yeah, if these guys heal up in water, this is just going to make this take even longer to actually just get through. This is why I want to expand out the platform, but they're just blocking it so I can't expand it yet. kind of just blocking the way I need to actually build out the platform. They're just standing right in front of where I want to put blocks. I could just go and try and place blocks anyways. We're just going anyways. I'll try and just sneak under and place a couple. Okay, I got a couple placed. And now there's just still blocking me from placing any. They're still, like, locking me out. Yeah, I'm still kind of being locked out here. Where'd the pearl land? Okay, there it landed. So I'm gonna do a little trickery with the ender pearls just to teleport. Okay, I think that's gonna kind of fix my problem now. Okay, now they're gonna stop falling back into the water. Yeah, so that's certainly gonna make things better for me. That certainly now helps. But I also put a back wall just for the sake of preventing them from flying too far back. Also really tempted to put in the back wall. Except I still have to probably clear out the rest of them before I could feasibly put the back wall. Shit. Well, yeah, so much for replacing one. These guys are gonna kind of lock me out of it, too. Yeah, I want to place a back wall, but yeah, so much for that. These guys are locking me out of doing so. Or at least trying to. Well, there we go. Then on the other side, I want to place one, too. I think I can actually get it just from over here. Yeah, if I'm precise enough, I can actually just place the blocks from right over there and just... Ah, fuck, come on. How did that even hit me? Oh, I'm gonna get knocked away from the middle platform here. Or just simply knock me away from it. So yeah, there's a back wall now, but I still don't seem to be able to hit them any faster. Alright, something's not letting me place a block here. Okay, well, it's probably that bloodlust that wasn't letting me place it, most likely. Okay, can I stop putting blocks in the wrong place now, please? Like, it's not that hard just to get the blocks placed correctly. It's really not that hard. It's really not too hard to place them correctly. What else can I say? I'll just place a couple more blocks still. So yeah, this should be just about fine for me. This I'm perfectly okay with here. I'll probably still place more blocks. So I can just easily go up here. Yeah, just trying to get this nice little corner ready. So yeah, this looks about right to me. Okay, so this is probably going to be pretty good for grinding at this point. And maybe just some corners. Just for some really nice spots to stand on. Or I can maybe just put other things like this anvil, for example. Okay, so now I'm going to be able to get these swords combined. Sooner or later, I'll be able to get, like, the other two swords combined at this point. Right now, I need more of these to spawn in, ideally. So ideally, that's what this is going to be for. And even then, I can probably just still place, like, more walls down, like so. This would probably be a good idea to do so. Or at least try to get walls down. Up. Up. Okay, fine, I'll just stand here. Yeah, I could have probably planned all this out even better, but I'm definitely trying here. Right now, do I hear anything else? Because I thought I did hear something else. Okay, hopefully I can just kind of wait up here and wait for a bunch more daisies to spawn in. So I'm going to try that, just to have a lot of these guys spawn in. And then once there's like a good amount of them, then I'll just kind of run them on over here. Or I could just start killing them from here. Well, now we got more daisies, but since I don't have the back wall here, these things are falling in the water and just slowing down this whole grinding station. And they're kind of just slowing it down. Just cause. So I'm going to lead them back here. I'll probably just get some more dirt quickly. Or just any block, really, will be fine. So yeah, good thing I still have the shovel for that sake. So yeah, I mainly decided to do this just for the sake of getting tokens, and also just a decent amount of experience orbs, so I can just combine all my swords together. Specifically all my crystallite ones. So definitely can't fault me for trying to have a good idea here. So now I think I can actually combine these. Like so, sharpness 3, looting 2, unbreaking 3, let's do that. So now those are, like, combinable to that extent. So yeah, that's ultimately what I was shooting for right there. Just do something like that. Ultimately what I was shooting for there was that. Alright, so let me up here. Alright, so are these guys ever going to come out of the water or no? Or are they just kind of stuck there? So now I have a back wall here as well, so that's just going to make the grinding go even better. But there's a bunch of daisies in this corner that just don't want to seem to come out. So I still have another corner to finish, but clearly I can't do that right now. Even if I can't really fix the corner, I still can gain, like, plenty of butcher experience, so it's all good. Still gonna gain really good butcher experience off of this no matter what I do. Because almost every other hit, I'm gonna probably get at least one Bloodlust to show up, considering I'm frequently hitting like at least 8 to 10 enemies at once here. I mean, the longer all of these things stay alive, the longer I have just hit like multiple targets at once. And that'll just mean like better butcher experience at the expense of fewer tokens coming in, and fewer XP orbs, and also like fewer heartstones coming in. How can I run these guys back though? I'm gonna try and run them back. Right, there's another butchery level. Alright, there we go. So there's still a corner full of these guys here. Yeah, they're barely even coming down on their own free will. Yeah, they're not actually coming down willingly, I just realized. Okay, now they are. Well, now I can just knock them into this corner over and over again if I want. But there's still a couple back in this corner I can't seem just to get rid of. But either way, there should still be like perfect setup for me just to grind out daisies. This should be like the ideal setup for me. Alright, there's another butchery level. Honestly, not surprised I'm... Okay, what the hell? How'd I get knocked down? Yeah, really good thing I still have this Gravitator in all honesty, because otherwise I'm not even sure what I'd be doing. So yeah, there's some more stacks of tokens, so eventually I will just bring all these to a Lotto Man, just for the sake of getting rid of them all. Alright, how do I keep getting knocked off is just beyond me now. How am I frequently getting knocked off? Like, what's going on? Right, there's 3 of them left here in this corner. Now I need to make more space to actually grab these tokens, clearly. Alright, I can barely see what's going on. Just trying to see how many of these guys I got out of the corner now. Should be easier for them to get out of the corner now, ideally. Okay, I'll probably take out this wave of daisies and then just leave. Okay, there's some medium skill crystals. Not at all surprised I hit the rare table with all these enemies I just killed. Unsurprising I hit the rare table. Alright, so where's my boat so I can just leave this place? So now I'm gonna go over to a Lotto Man. Just to go and redeem all these tokens. So I spent about like 10 to 15 minutes there just killing daisies for more tokens, XP orbs, and the like. And also hit the rare table, getting medium skill crystals. Just gonna place some blocks up here to pretty much differentiate this Lotto Man area from the other one. Just so I can differentiate this flower from this one, because they pretty much look alike anyways. Alright, so and there's the junglewood planks. So now I gotta cycle through all the trades here. Have to go through all the trades before I just pretty much have what I want unlocked. And now I can just spend the rest on treasure boxes for pretty much the rest of the playthrough. The rest of these just go to treasure boxes. And my hauling level's 41, so I'm gonna get 4 rolls on every treasure box I open. And I got like 22 of them, so gonna get 88 chances at some repair dust. At least one repair dust, and I'm gonna get 88 chances at it. So as you can see, this is why I did exactly what I did. So yeah, this is pretty much what I want to shoot for. Some more chances at the repair dust. So once I get back home and just empty out my inventory again, I'm gonna open up all these boxes. So first things first, I gotta get like back out of here. I gotta go north, ideally northwest. Just trying to actually get the direction I need to go in ready. And just slowly but surely gravitate her down to safety. Say hello to my little friend, Tony. Which little friend? Alright, so there's the portal back home. Spent a bit of time just grinding out daisies to get these. Where are the treasure boxes? There they are. Going to crack them open and hope I find some repair dust in them. I mean, I knew it was a famous quote. Couldn't really recall the movie, though. And alright, we are back home. So let me just go and sort all my loot that I got from Gardencia. Got quite a bit of loot, so let me just go and sort it. These look almost exactly identical. These blocks look nearly identical. I just can't get over it. Sure, the grass in each of those dimensions is a different color, but the dirt looks almost identical. Cannot get over it. Yeah, I still really have to do something about all these extra tokens I have. I'll probably worry about that later. So I'm going through my lotto totems, and I won some emeralds. About a 1 in 5 chance of winning something, and I just got emeralds. I'll just quickly also use up these skill crystals. And I guess now I'm going to crack open the treasure boxes and hope for good luck. Now I'm going to crack these. Gonna hope, like, a lot of repair dust shows up. Oh, congratulations on that, by the way. Since I'm gonna be getting a lot of loot from 22 treasure boxes and 4 rolls on each, I'm gonna make a separate double chest to make sorting through it more convenient. Already at a good start. Oh, really good start. Oh, pretty nice. Two repair dust. And a Utopian helmet, so the last Utopian armor piece. So now I can complete this armor set. I'll probably get the helmet enchanted later at this point. I don't even think I'm going to keep the rest of the Utopian armor pieces, most likely. So now I have some more stuff to just sift through here. So yeah, I gotta get myself a bit organized. So I got 4 more gold coins, 2 more repair dust. It's 12 more silver coins. I have to get organized, I tell you. I said I'm probably not going to keep the extra Utopian pieces. I only typically need 1 set of the armor anyways. Okay, so I think I've already actually put most of the loot away, and I'll just put more stuff in here later when the time comes. Oh, okay, that's just a cow. So, as much as I want to see even more repair dust show up, it's still going to be enough to repair these. It's still at least going to be enough there. So let's just pull all of it out. Also take out my lava bucket. And the metal tub wherever I left it. Okay, I have 4 tea over there. Ideally, I'd just like to keep all this tea in one place. I want to keep all the tea together, ideally. Okay, so now I can make this mending solution. Yeah, eventually it just gets to a point where it becomes a hassle to figure out where everything you own is, because eventually it just gets to a point where it's just really hard to just manage your collection. Eventually it just kind of gets to a point where managing everything you have becomes a little tricky. Because before that I was getting a lot of hate from someone who hated me just because I flirted with her. Not a very legitimate reason to completely hate someone, I'd say. This one was your other girlfriend, and then you broke up with her in February. Okay, I don't think I heard the full story yet, but, So that's a full repair on the leggings. Okay, feel free. I mean, now I'm just trying to decide exactly what I want to do next. Despite the fact there's still, like, plenty to do. Yes, let me just assure you there's always something for me to do. And I think I actually just left my anvil behind in Gardencia. I actually forgot to bring it home. And I can't make another one. Sure, I look like I'm really rich, but... No, not really. I'm not all that wealthy just yet. Yeah, because let me assure you, if I really was that rich, then I'd actually have iron to make another anvil. So let's get some iron. Well, there's some. Gonna need more than that, though, to make an anvil. I was a fan of this channel called Comic Boy and Fashion Girl. And yes, I know you've never heard of them because I have never heard of them. But they used to do live streams on YouTube. Alright, so fill me in on the rest of this, please. How popular are they anyways? It's just one Google search away. I don't know if they have a channel on YouTube. I know they have one on VLair. Gaming channel. Of course, there are a lot of those. Because it's just too easy to do gaming videos, let me tell you. Because these are just too easy to sit down and do these days. Like, you can also just completely and utterly suck at the game you're playing, and if you're popular enough, somehow, people are still going to watch you, even if you suck at the game. Like, sometimes actually being good at the game isn't necessary, too. Well, I can make another anvil, but 34 iron still isn't a whole lot. On October 14th, one of the admins of Comic Boy and Fashion Girl became my girlfriend. So how popular are they exactly? Tried to find pretty much their YouTube channel, but I don't know if I can actually still find their channel on YouTube. Then again, I should probably just search again. I mean, I don't think anything's possibly going to kill me down here. And even if something happened, I'd probably be able just to react quickly enough to it anyways. But I don't think anything's happening down here. Typically nothing really happens in tunnels you dig out. Okay, the first thing that shows up is a channel called We Don't Need Comic Boy and Fashion Girl when I search them on YouTube. Comic Boy and Fashion Girl is God Returns. Okay, there's like one of your streams, Tony. They got terminated. No wonder I can't find them on YouTube. What did they get terminated for? Probably some BS reason, right? I'm gonna guess something BS, right? They deleted their channel. Oh, I thought it was terminated. Oh, so they actually pulled it down themselves? Because they took the hate on me too far. So, like, one of the admins of that channel was your girlfriend, and then they take the hit on you too far. And get this. I mean, I'm certainly paying attention to the story. I mean, what I'm doing now is pretty low intensity. I'm the nicest, most protective fan of their channel, and they took out what on you? Well, they're hate, but hate for what reason? Of course, it's simple enough to understand, like, they hated you for some reason, but what was that reason? And of course I get more blocks. So let me just throw some of them in here. Well, she was my girlfriend for about October, November, December, January, 4 to 5 months. 4 to 5 months, give or take. Just because she didn't like my flirting at all. I don't know what else to say. Some girls just really aren't into that. I guess there are just some women who see men as inherently misogynistic. I don't even know if it's that or if I'm just like also getting it wrong too. Well, I have no idea if your girlfriend was like that, but I know, like, there's definitely that philosophy of thinking among women. The fact is you didn't do anything wrong, yet you're still being punished for it. So I don't know if I can really lump her into that crazy feminist category. Not to say that every feminist is crazy. I assure you they're probably all not, like, crazy. I highly doubt they could all be nuts. As much as some people want to believe. I can't believe every feminist is just crazy. But the more authoritarian, quote-unquote, feminazi types definitely do exist. Don't get me wrong. Well, maybe she really could have been that woman, possibly, who just inherently sees men as misogynistic. So yeah, those people definitely exist. And then she breaks up with you over what probably seemed like not such a valid reason to break up, right? Certainly did seem a little unjustifiable to me. If I'm hearing this right, then it certainly does seem like unjustifiable. I'll probably just try and get these stabs enchanted later. These can actually wait. Oh, I want to go to deep lands. That is not the deep lands. I'm gonna do some more mining because I do want a bit more charged runium ideally, so I'm gonna make an attempt to get some more of that. And again, I could always just try and grab my runium off the ceilings. Alright, so let me see if I have any blocks that are affected by gravity. So far, it doesn't look like we do. Okay, so far it doesn't look like we have any. So I think I'll quickly grab some. Okay, that's definitely going to be enough gravel right there to do what I want to do. How do these cows keep getting out of the pen? I keep frequently finding just my cows escaping somehow. Not quite sure how they keep getting out of there. Not quite sure how they just sometimes no-clip right out of that cow pen. Okay, so I think I'm just gonna try actually pillaring up to where I see runium. So I'm gonna get the torches and the gravel close by. So yeah, here's what I want to try and do. Except this still might take a while to pillar all the way up here. And of course I'll be using the gravitator to get down. Because otherwise fall damage would be a problem if I didn't do that. I don't know if I'll actually have enough blocks to make it up here, because this runium's pretty high up. But we did make it still. Used up all my blocks pretty much. So now I can start picking it up off the ceiling. And once I just release it all from the ceiling, I can go down, like so. Then also just place a torch under here, and let all the gravel fall. And as it all falls, it just all drops onto the ground as items, because it lands on the torch. And then I get my entire gravel stack back. And then I just go up to the next bit of runium I see. And then just rinse and repeat. So this is another way I gather runium. Of course, this has its own pros and cons, as opposed to just simply mining up in the ceiling of the deeplands. One of the cons being that spiders can climb up the side of the gravel and just mess you up when you're trying to actually just pluck the runium off the ceiling. Like, you can get a spider stuck on the side of your gravel pillar, who will just knock you right off and just interrupt you while you're trying to just get this runium. But he's not climbing up, thankfully, for my sake. So I'm pretty much free to grab all this runium. I honestly think this might be faster, but it's certainly a bit riskier in a way. And if you don't have a gravitator, you just simply use a water bucket instead. Or you could go with a full set of alacrity armor, since a full set of that prevents all fall damage. But even then, simpler still, just the water bucket. I mean, nothing's really simpler than a water bucket. Likely everyone who plays Minecraft knows what that is. Or almost everyone, anyways, wouldn't know what that is. Yeah, another con to just trying to pillar up with the gravel is just having several enemies on you, including many of which can actually just climb up your gravel pillar to knock you back off of it. And there's still a bit of time you gotta wait to both get your gravel back and just more time so to actually pillar up to where the runium is. This is honestly a little slow. I think dinner might actually be ready already, so I'm gonna see if it is, and if so, then yeah, stream's gonna end a bit earlier than what I had planned. I want to stay here longer to gather more runium, but if dinner's ready, then dinner's ready. What else can I do about it? Just hit the rare table again and got some more skill crystals. So if I heard right and that dinner's ready, then I'm just going to simply get out of here. With 38 runium. I certainly would have stayed here longer to grab more, but we can just do that another day. We can always just do that later, just getting more runium. That can wait. So yeah, I'm probably going to keep on doing this method of getting runium, most likely. Yeah, like, the obvious pro to just pillaring up to where you see runium is that you actually just get to walk around the ground of the deeplands and see the runium from, like, the bottom of the deeplands. You just look up and you can spot it. So seeing it's a hell of a lot easier. That's the most obvious advantage to just doing that. But there's, like, more fighting to do with the mobs on the ground than just having to deal with the deeplands traps. Typically with deeplands traps, you have, like, less fighting to do, but you still have some enemies to occasionally kill. Really, I think just pillaring up to where you see runium is probably slightly faster, but also, if you do that, then you'll probably get a lot less foraging training in. I mean, it's hard to say really, like what's the best, but I'm probably just gonna stick to the whole pillaring up trick. So I feel like that's probably faster